Hi, in today's 7-minute Health Simplified video, I'm going to explain the gut and digestion and cover some of the problems that interfere with gut health. If you experience stomach cramps, bloating, constipation, candida, flatulence, bladder incontinence, or abnormal period pain, or an irregular period cycle, this video will help to give you a better understanding and offer a few simplified self-help solutions that you can use at home to reinstate good gut health. Now, most of us have heard the saying that good health always begins with a good gut. There is so much more to good health than just the gut, and good health doesn't always begin with the gut. If you understand the nauseous condition called vasovagal, you'll know exactly what I mean. Now, a vasovagal episode causing nausea is most commonly caused by a subluxation of one or more vertebrae in the upper cervical spine and excess muscle tension on one side of the cervical spine, pulling several vertebrae in that direction to put undue pressure on the brainstem. This then also causes excess pressure on one or both of the vagus nerves that run down each side of the neck, which in turn triggers a tightening of the inner muscles of the stomach. Now, a vasovagal episode can also cause dizziness and sudden fainting, as is experienced in long QT heart syndrome. And this is usually caused by a sudden drop in blood pressure and heart rate. I do, however, believe this sudden drop in blood pressure and heart rate is also a result of abnormalities in the cervical spine, particularly around the C2 vertebra, which is nicknamed the dizzy bone by many chiropractors in the USA due to a C2 subluxation so often causing dizziness and loss of balance in Parkinson's disease. Now, as many of you may know, if you've watched my videos before, whenever I make a claim, I always like to substantiate that claim. So on that note, I'd like to explain to you about the training of combat soldiers. When a combat soldier is trained to sneak up behind an enemy soldier and quickly subdue him, he is taught to give a hard karate chop to one side of the neck to dislodge the C2 vertebra and shock the vagus nerve. Now, this karate chop, if delivered accurately and hard enough, will make the legs collapse immediately and cause a complete loss of consciousness. As a result of this, when the recipient wakes up, it's not uncommon for him to feel dizziness and nausea, sometimes for up to a day or two. Now, a test you can use to prove how a disturbed C2 vertebra and vagus nerve can cause dizziness and nausea is to gently place a small massage unit on the C2 vertebra, and after only 15 seconds or so, you'll feel dizziness. No nausea yet, but oh yes, now it's coming. Okay, so that's enough. So if you hold the massager a little too high, right up on the C1 against the occiput, or down lower on the C3 or C4 vertebra, you won't feel that same nausea and dizziness. It's basically only the C2 vertebra that seems to cause that dizzy, sickly response. Now, having said all that, it's also very important to realise that our emotional state has a very strong influence over our stomach muscles and our neck muscles, particularly those negative emotions such as fear or going through a sudden shock, unforgiveness, grudge, grief, and expectation anxiety. Over time, either of these emotions can disrupt the fauna and flora of the stomach, stimulate inflammation of the stomach lining, and create so much tension in the stomach muscles that appetite is lowered and cramps develop whenever stressed or tired. This progression is how irritable bowel syndrome, candida, celiac disease, and many food intolerances develop, and I know for sure that this is how it works, as I've helped many patients with these problems overcome them in just 4 to 5 days by reversing the process. If you have stomach cramps disturbing you whenever tired or stressed, lay down on your back, place a tissue box or something light on your stomach, and bloat your stomach fully as you breathe in to fill your lungs while you push that tissue box up as high as you possibly can to stretch your stomach cells, and hold your breath for the count of 5. Now repeat that 5 times while you take a break every now and again, and you'll be able to minimise those cramps or possibly even eliminate them altogether in no time at all. If you're experiencing any of the problems I've mentioned in this video today, make sure you avoid coffee for a while and have 3 meals a day with plenty of fibre, fruit and vegetables, and sit somewhere quietly, preferably in the fresh air, while you focus on relaxing your whole muscular system for 20 minutes or so before each meal. So many of us these days are always on the go, forgetting that for our lower torso to function efficiently, digest and absorb nutrient from the foods we eat, we need to calm down. We need to create a balance between work and relaxation. Love yourself, look after yourself, and be calm. For any of the problems or diseases I've mentioned, you can book a Skype session or a personal visit to see me in Brisbane using my phone number 04133 17789 or my email address noelbatten@rocketmail.com. Good health to you all.